everybody, it's Douglas Block back for another live chat on YouTube. Today is December 16th, 19... You wish it was 2018. It is Beethoven's birthday, Ludwig von Beethoven, my favorite all-time composer after Bach and Mozart. And this is live chat number 90. Can you believe it? We've gone through this torture 90 times already. Well, look, some of the old friends, oh my God, Masood Khan, hello, sir. Some people, Noor Tariq, I've seen you. This guy, I can't even pronounce your name. Sisyphus Wins, hey. For Chicago, I love your little quotations. I love Sisyphus Wins, yes. He tries, even though he doesn't get anywhere. Who else is here? Andrea M., haven't heard of you. Lazy Eye Ranch, of course. You know he has a joke about Liverpool? Yes. Well, okay, I'm going to have to do it right now. Thank you, Moo's dad. Here it comes. Well, you know, we know that there's been much progress made in modern surgery these days. I had a friend whose 16-year-old son had kidney failure. You can believe it, that young. And they got him a liver transplant, and he's now alive going to college. Fortunately, they had some really good kidney banks in America, but they don't have any kidney banks in the UK. No kidney banks at all, but they do have a liver pool. And there you go, starting off right. It's about, what is the temperature out? My Apple Watch is 50 degrees. Hey, not too bad for the middle of winter. And of course, we all do know that the winter solstice is in 4 days, or 5 days on December 21st, the shortest day of the year, the longest night. And then things get better from there. Yay, the return of the light. All right, Noor Tariq, hello, Masood Khan. Who else has popped up here? Oh my God. Chums, hello from Finland. This is truly international. Patricia Brady from Scotland. Hi, Patricia again. Marin W. Oh my God, Marin W. I just feel bad for your suffering. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here. Have you ever self-medicated with illegal drugs? No. I smoked a lot of pot back in the 1960s. Of course, they call it weed now. But that really wasn't self-medication. That was just having a good time. But I know a lot of people who do. Heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, opiates, you name it. But of course, these days, micro-dosing with mushrooms has become very popular. I wouldn't call that self-medicating. I would call that looking for a key to depression. Being Nancy, James D, Noor Tariq, thank you for remembering me. You thought I was a guy, I'm a lady. Oops. The names can be confusing. That day couldn't correct, was too depressed to. Well, where are you from, Noor Tariq? What country, what culture? Carrie Irving, yay, Carrie, you're back. Laurie Steinmetz, you've been here before. Have I tried Valium? I'll answer that question once somebody clicks that little live chat button there. It says, show your support for Douglas Block. Hover over it. The $, even $1 will help. And anybody who gives today will get a free copy of this amazing, what is it? Healing from Depression, Self-Care Activities to Improve Your Mood, and the other different self-care activities here. And I'm doing a video on depression and chronic pain. So all you chronic pain sufferers, be sure to tune in next week, December 23rd, the day before, the 24th, Christmas Eve day. I will have my next video up on depression and chronic pain. Now, getting back to the question, have I ever taken Valium? No, but I took lots of things like Valium. I took Ativan. I took Clonopin, my favorite. I took something called Transine, which is way back in 1983. These are called benzodiazepines. I'll even spell them. And they are also known as minor tranquilizers. And a lot of psychiatrists don't like, I don't even know how to spell benzodiazepines. B-I-E-Z, I don't know. This is something, it's close enough. Benzodiazepines, they're minor tranquilizers, and a lot of psychiatrists don't like prescribing them because they can create dependency. But when you're having an anxiety attack, when you're about to push your foot through a window, when you're about to jump off a cliff, benzos can come in very handy, as they have with me. So yes, I've taken lots of things like Valium. My mother was on Valium for 30 years. I've never taken Valium, but I've taken its sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Hey, Carrie again. Am I a religious man? I am a spiritual man. Anybody know what the difference is in AA? Religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for people who've already been there. Isn't that brilliant? AA is brilliant, don't you think? By the way, how's the sound? No one's complaining. Thank you for doing a chronic pain and depression. It's going to be really good. I'm interviewing my brother, who's been dealing with it for 4 years. Another friend of mine's been dealing with it for 11 years. I have a lot of good information. It's a long video, but there's a lot to say about it. And so chronic pain makes depression worse, which makes chronic pain work. It's a real problem if you have both. A lot of people are pushed over the edge, but hopefully after seeing my video, you're going to see get hope and lots of good tools. Hey birdies, my bird feeder continues to work. You're from Pakistan. Oh my God. Yes, I really feel bad. Women get bullied even by psychiatrists. Misogyny. Look it up, Nuri. I'm sure you know what it is. Misogyny represents the hatred of women. And so many, I'm afraid, so many Muslim countries have that heritage. And all over, actually, not just them. Hey, Salt Lakers, nice to see you. Oh, everything feels pointless and meaningless to the Mirren W. Is there anything you could find that gives you pleasure or meaning? Even the tiniest thing, like just waking up and having a nice piece of chocolate. We need the tiny things to keep us alive. Lazy Eye Ranch says, Klonopin's really helped me get through this akathisia. I'm careful not to take them 2 days in a row. Yeah, Klonopin saved my life when I had akathisia, and I did take them 2 days in a row when I needed to. But yes, you're very good to be cautious. By the way, wow, can anybody tell me how many people are watching this thing? My normal, does it say offline? Can you hear me? Why does YouTube say I'm offline? That's really strange. I'm streaming, aren't I? You guys can hear me, right? So it doesn't say anything about, you know, how many views we're getting. Anyway, you let me know what you come up with, okay? All right, let me see if we can get some more people here. Lots and lots of questions. Yeah, hi, virtuous woman. Hi, Lazy Eye Ranch. Wow, you tried neurotherapy. Oh yes, wrong bunch. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by the fact I can't see how many people are there. Anybody can tell me? Can anybody tell me how many people we have watching? I get no stats from YouTube. 49. Thank you very much. When we get to 60, let me know. That's good enough right now. Buenos Aires, Argentina. Wow. ¿Cómo está usted? Hey, hablo poco español. Oh my God. Hey, I thought I turned this off. Shakira is my voice, is my ringtone. Well, that takes care of that. Merry Christmas, you and all. Hey, Martin Hunt, you said Merry Christmas. Now I have a joke. Why was Santa's helper depressed? Why would anybody working for Santa Claus be depressed? He's cheery, he's giving, he's generous. Why were they depressed, Santa's helpers? Well, they had low self-esteem. Oh boy, that was great, don't you think? Martin Hunt, what do you think of that joke? Santa's helpers had low self-esteem. All right, White Wolf, hey, nice to see you again. I love white wolves, one of my favorite pets. Isn't this a cat video? Anyway, yeah, thank you for telling me how many people are watching. You don't have to let me know anymore. You know, it's close enough. Hey, Natasha Brown. Hope you come here. Suffering from depression, derealization for about 2 years now. I'm doing a video on derealization, everybody. Forcing myself into work helped me feel better. Yes, you got to go to work. You got to stay active. You got to stay involved, even when you're feeling crummy. When you feel derealized, don't do ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy. Just notice it, accept it, but don't dwell on it. That's what my friends tell me, how they get through it. Are you going to use that self-esteem joke? Great, great. Steal it. Having Shakira as your ringtone. I love Hipstone Live. When I was an avid cyclist, it used to help me get up 3,000 feet climbs, which, you know, I wouldn't have done without her inspiration. Okay, Simma's son says, I have really bad anxiety. I've tried CBT, didn't work. I might have mild autism. What can I do? Hop on your bike, go up Rocky Butte, and when you can hardly breathe, you won't have bad anxiety. All you'll be thinking about is your next breath. In other words, intense exercise can really help the physiology of anxiety. And as Lazy Eye Ranch said, sometimes a little Klonopin can take the edge off. I don't know what type of psychiatric help you have, but you might want to talk to your psychiatrist about that. What do I think about Remeron? Effective? Absolutely. It definitely helps you sleep, and some people find it effective as an antidepressant. But remember this, boys and girls, one man's meat's another man's poison. right? We have no idea how we're going to react to a drug until we take it. Ah, está bien. Bueno. Spooky Ghost, great Spanish. Come on, I didn't say anything. I used to read Spanish when I was in college, but that was 40, don't even tell me how many years ago, 50? I'm losing track. I'm turning 70. Ay, ay, ay. Go to gym. Thanks. That helps a little. Of course, go to gym, really work out, really pump it, do HIIT, high interval training. Really, you know, get on the elliptical or the treadmill, push, push, push until you can, almost your heart feels like it's bursting, and then relax for 30 seconds, then push for 30 seconds. Boy, that will really take care of the anxiety. Hey, TMAC0192, Patreon supporter. Hey, TMAC, tell these people to hit that little $. We haven't any contributions left yet. We're 11 minutes into it. Martin Hunt, walking is very good. Yes, walking is a wonderful exercise. Doesn't quite get your heart rate up, but it's better than that. No way, says Andrea Sim. Oh, yeah. February 22nd, 1949. Okay, for a free copy of this, what famous person was born on February 22nd besides me? Who knows this? It used to be common knowledge in the USA, and now no one knows anymore. Again, for a free copy of my new chart, who was born on February 22nd, besides yours truly? All right, I'm waiting for the answers. Sim Sums, is removing anxiety same as improving confidence or different? It's very different. Confidence is your ability, you're feeling your ability to succeed, your faith in yourself. Anxiety is just when you're jumping out of your skin. But if you remove the anxiety, your confidence will go up. Hey, Terry 60W. God, it's been a while since you've been on here. Stephen Petaluma, George Washington. You got it. Of course, you would know, wouldn't you? You're an American. All right, Stephen, I know your email address. I'll send you a copy of that chart if I haven't done so. Excellent. Also, Teddy Kennedy, by the way, in case you don't know that. Also, Handel. What's his first name? George Frederick Handel, who wrote The Messiah. All February 22nd. Mirren W. says, I watch a puppy 24/7 live stream on YouTube. They're cute and watching them distracts me. Yes, I was like, what's the point of getting through each day and just staying alive? But you got your puppy video. Hey, why don't you send me the link to that? I have my goddaughter loves dogs. I don't care for them, but she does. Write me douglasblock@gmail.com and send me the link to the puppy video 24/7 on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. All right, so 2 videos coming up. One is on chronic pain and depression, and the other is on derealization. Is anybody listening to this video, watching this live chat, do you suffer from either chronic pain or derealization, depersonalization? If so, speak up. I want to talk to you about it and get some good ideas for my video. How can I get my crush to get close to me? She likes a lot of other guys. I am not a yenta, like a matchmaker. I would just say be yourself and get her flowers, or him. Steve Irwin, Croc Hunter, you share birthday with great people. Well, so does everybody, for heaven's sakes. But George Washington, we used to have a holiday on his birthday when I was a kid. All the schools shut down. I got to go bowling, but no more. President Johnson started President's Day in 1968, and now we celebrate that, forgetting about George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, who was born on February 12th in Aquarius, who I consider even a greater president. Being Nancy, I have PTSD. I'm a survivor of an attempted homicide. Wow. Neurontin helped me tremendously. Yes, Neurontin does help with anxiety. Thank you for sharing that. I'm really sorry you had to go through that. I'm glad you're alive. Tony Giametta, I get depersonalized and realized due to work. Everything is so competitive and leaves me to feel just like a number. So do you feel like you're standing outside your body looking from the outside in? Do you feel like everything is a dream? February 20th, no wonder your jokes sound fishy. Oh, very good, the Salt Laker. She knows his astrology. What is depersonalization? Stephen in Petaluma wants to know. Can someone describe what that is? Jim for anxiety attacks. What ways to improve confidence is to be more talkative, be a better listener, stand up for myself without being rude. Very good, Simpsons. You got that down. Well, I don't know where Julie Hayes is right now, but this is her beautiful, beautiful, her beautiful picture, From the Ashes I Rise, about the Phoenix, about resurrection. Anybody who's going through a dark time, remember, you can rise from the ashes. And Again, anybody who donates some money, you'll get a free ebook. When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop, The Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. I wrote this in 1998, right after I came out of my worst depressive episode ever, and it came right out of my heart for 9 months. It's the most important book ever written. Hey, Joan, I found the joke book. Here it is. Look. Laugh Out Loud Kids Joke Book. We'll get something. It feels like I am numb and don't exist, says Joni Giamatti. Martin Hunt, I feel like another stroke. Life is like dreaming. I can't see clearly. Okay. Does that help you, Stephen, in Petaluma, some of those things? I used to teach math. I moved to Oregon in '73 to teach math. Do you know what my favorite dessert is? Always has been? Pie. Oh boy, that was good, wasn't it? What else do we have here? Who earns a living driving their customers away? I don't know. Who earns a living driving their customers away? Taxi drivers. And of course, dinosaurs, you know, they were around for 65 billion years, but they had to survive. And, you know, they had to pay their bills. And how did they do it? Well, they used Tyrannosaurus checks. That was from a 5-year-old. All right. Darren Bywater, your videos have really helped me, Douglas. Thank you. You're more than welcome. Any particular ones? Honorup Frick, I can't even pronounce your name. I've been healed my first depression episode with the help of an SSRI, but now after 4 years later, my second episode, depersonalization SSRI making me worse. Can you comment on that? Well, there's something called Prozac poop out. A medication will work, it will stop working, or it will work and then you try taking it later on and it doesn't work the next time. The brain is very tricky. It adapts to these medications. So I would say talk to your psychiatrist, talk to your prescriber, and try a different drug. My divorce hearing's in 4 days, says Lazy Eye Wrench. Let's send a blessing. Call Silent Unity. Oh my God. Can I be better listener? Yeah, you can do all of those things, Simpsons. Just practice. Go have a good coach who knows how to has good social skills, and you can learn this stuff. What are my thoughts on the importance of dream? Well, I studied years ago with Freud and Jung. They're the royal road to the unconscious. I think you should pay attention to your dreams. Go ahead and have a notebook by your side when you wake up. If you have a dream, write it down. They're symbolic. Wow, he makes $92,000 a year and he's suing you? I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you have a good lawyer, and call Silent Unity. How can I be myself around my crush when I'm nervous? Well, there's something called fake it till you make it. Again, you should work with a relationship coach. Yeah, so Lazy Eye Ranch, why don't you call Silent Unity? You're in the United States. Call this number, toll free, 800, where is this dash around here? I don't even know. 669-7729. SILEENT. Silent Unity. Give them a call, everybody. Is there any use for MDMA in treatment of depression? I think so. It was used a lot in the 50s and 60s. They're now using psilocybin mushrooms. The FDA in the United States of America is doing clinical trials. So, but you know, you're from Mali. Oh, am I at the mall? I'm at the mall. Whoa, I need new glasses. You're not in Mali, you're at the mall, Virtuous Woman. Nice to hear from you. So MDMA, yes, I think there's a use, but you would definitely need to do it under a licensed professional. What do you think about taking low dose of Ativan? Been on since 2015, I'm dependent on it. Well, you know, sometimes that happens. You can try to wean off it, but do it under medical supervision. But I know many people have been on low doses of Klonopin for years. Any tips on getting myself faster on the waiting list for psychologists? I don't know. Call the organization. The squeaky wheel gets greased. Connor Stefanski, wow. Nice to hear from you. A blast from the past. Tony Giametta, I've been praying and exercising every day. This combo seems to be lifting out of my depression. Nice work, you know. On this chart right here, see, we have physical exercise here, and then under spiritual connection, we have prayer, right? Prayer, exercise under these two things. Well, I'm still waiting for someone to make the first donation here. You know, time is money. I do this every Sunday, you know, out of love. I also have to pay my videographers and my editors to put up these videos. So, you know, this is a labor of love. So every Sunday when you guys give something, it definitely helps. You'll try calling Silent Unity. I talked to Suicide Hotline yesterday. I was on hold for 10 minutes. Not much help. Well, you won't be on hold for 10 minutes to Silent Unity, maybe 3 or 4, but they will be of help. They'll see a beautiful affirmative prayer and hold you in light for 30 days. Again, Unity, Safari says I'm offline. Anybody just tell me how many people are watching? I have no idea. Connor, going to be weaning off Zoloft, felt it dulled my emotions, maybe apathetic. Wish me luck, definitely. Zoloft does that for some people. For other people, it makes them really anxious. For other people, it helps. You never know what an antidepressant is going to do until you take it. That is for sure. Still around 50. Thank you, Being Nancy. Thank you, Carrie Irving. Not quite 67, but hey, it's the holidays. People are out and about. You're going into depression, I think, because of my crush. Well, one nail drives out another. Somebody else will come along, and the number one cause of depression is often relationship breakups. So take care of yourself. Get some support. Yeah, you were a zombie on Zoloft, Tony Giamano. Well, anybody with depersonalization have any more input? And I haven't heard from anybody with chronic pain. Maybe all of you are fortunate enough to have avoided that. Haley Green, Zoloft about to kill me. Whoops, thank you. Angie DeMay at $4.99. You are a sweetheart. I haven't seen you before, but if you send me your email address, you will get a free copy of Going Through Hell Don't Stop. How are you going to get your email address? Well, you have to email me, doug@gmail.com. Send email to that address. I'd be more than happy to see the book. I find it. Angie, for your donation, for being the today on Super Chat. Suicidal about the pain. I wish I could delete myself. I know, Maria, this has been going on a long time. Are you on children? Can you observe children? There's so much light. I like, was it you, the puppy on something with children on it? Chronic pain, Deborah, and how has it been? You've been doing that help. I'd really like to know what I'm doing to as many people as possible. The emergency room with Green, I had the experience was all. See, SSRIs allergic to it. Doctors should warn people that this is a potential. Where people, guys and girls, where do you live? Down in America, but it's called Meetup International. There's no. In America, that's where you meet people. $10 for wins. Thank you so much. Well, I really appreciate it. And I don't think we've actually ever chatted via email, but I do want to send you a copy of douglasblog@gmail.com. I think you once went ahead and emailed me. Is that right? Of course, Sisyphus Wins is not your real name, but why don't you send me an email? I'll send you a stop. Welcome, Sisyphus Wins. Pleasure to help you guys. People helped. I was dying of depression 3 years ago to go into the hospital. It only seems like it. I closed my eyes and just remember where I was. There's nothing than feeling suicidal. Nothing. 25 $60W. Wow. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate that. That's amazing. Again, I want to send you 2 ebooks. Another ebook that very is called Healing Naturally. You guys can get books. If you just email me email.com. Basically, going some Patreon page.com. Do a donation, but thank you. Got to get your address stuff to you. Cutting up? Whoa. You know what? I think back in here. I got it. I'm trying. It's running on. Can't get it to any better or not. Ah, better, guys? Any better? Okay, great. I power cord is not charging my Pro. I start power cord. I got to get a new. Thank you for that feedback. Still breaking up. Now, I have to go off my mic. It's still breaking up and everything else. It must be the computer. You know how the audio. Another joke. I did a lot of people be Dick. Well, he was Wales. Be good for you. Oh, God. All right. Let me try. Okay. Any better? Is it any better? Testing 1, 2, 3. If not, I'm going to try going the microphone on my lapel using the other one. Helps move, but not itching in nerves. Is that high interval training? Not better, huh? Okay, let's do something else. How is this? Is this any better? I'm using a different microphone now. Does that help? Does that help any better right now? It is, okay. All right, well, I'm not going to be using this. I'll use the microphone inside the computer. It's not quite as clear, but not quite a good microphone, but at least it's clear. Here's another joke to go with your Dublin Irish joke. Did you hear about the Irish botanist? He crossed a four-leaf clover with a poison ivy, came down with a rash of good luck. Wow, where'd you get that? Much better, okay. Neurostar is something that does TMS. Thank you, by the way, Terry. Thank you, by the way, Scissors Wins, and thank you again, Angela DeMay, for your generous contributions. Really, really appreciate it. Your mom. Hey, from Texas. There you are. Nice to hear from you. Salt Lakers. I'm glad you like the joke. Anyway, all right. Any more questions? Deborah Smith, how do you deal with your chronic pain? That's what I want to know at 12:28, 28 minutes after the hour. You don't get notifications like I used to. I don't know why. You should. Did you click the bell to the right of the subscribe button? Maybe you haven't done that. See, I got a notification. It says Douglas Blog is now live on YouTube. Whoops, right there. You can't see it. Yes, you can. See that little button down at the bottom? So I got a notification about my own video. So it is working. Someone just wrote me a comment. I sniffed coke, hide in my bedroom. Well, what do you think, guys? I think that's a good coping strategy, sniffing coke and hiding in your bedroom. Haley Green says, it helped some when I did get back in the summer, but I'm back at square one. It feels like it didn't help. Have you tried it? Oh, you're talking about, are you talking about TMS? I haven't tried it, but a lot of my clients have, and it does help some people, but not everybody. Good joke, James D, according to Being Nancy, Lazy Eye Ranch. So, chronic pain and depression. Why is that a bad thing? Well, when you're in pain, you get more depressed, and that contributes and increases the pain. But the good news is there's a new field of pain psychology, and it basically says that whatever helps the mind helps the body. So all the things we talk about on this sheet here, that help depression, help chronic pain. And one of the things in terms of healthy lifestyle habits is to have structure and routine and stay active. Distract yourself. Don't sit around thinking about your pain. Don't sit around thinking about your depression, how your life sucks. Change your focus. Focus on something outside of yourself. Go to a movie, have a meal, hang out with a friend. I just saw this amazing movie 2 nights ago. I want to know if you saw it. It's called Free Solo. It's about a guy named Alex Honnold who climbed to the top of El Capitan, 3,000 feet in Yosemite Park, California, without ropes. I've never seen anything like it. It was a feat of Promethean proportions, like the gods. Anyone ever seen that movie? If not, you should see it instantly. Okay, Haley Green, my insurance paid, but wants follow-up treatments. I thought it was going to be a miracle. There are no miracles. No, Haley Green, if you would talk to me first about PMS, I would have said that you'd be fortunate if you got a 30% improvement. But 30% improvement for people who are suicidally depressed is a huge deal. Your comment was, I'm sick of my depression and myself. I wish you could delete yourself. What I said was, can you find moments of each day where you feel some pleasure or you're taken outside of yourself, like the puppy video, or like, being around children somehow, volunteering in an elementary school classroom, or watching children on YouTube. Children are a delight, and they always bring me out of my sadness. Deborah says, I use some 4-7-8 breathing. I have an awful headache and shoulder pain, lots of jab pains. What if your friends are ignoring your plight? Well, why not join a chronic pain group, just like the depression support groups that I run? Or even the depression support groups. The support groups are amazing because you're around people who are going through the same thing, and they can relate and they can give you support. All right. Any other questions I can answer? Again, the super chat button. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Sisyphus Wins. I am going to send you 3 copies of my ebook. If I can just get your email addresses, you can post them here or write me, and that would be really nice to see that happen. DouglasBlog@gmail.com, Angie May, you can do the same thing. Just post your email addresses or email me. Haley Green, I don't want to suffer with this anymore. It's fibromyalgia, clinical depression, GAD, that's general anxiety disorder. I'm trying not to give up, but it's hard. Of course it's hard, Haley Green. You need all the help you can get. Prayer, exercise, social support, structure, routine. Try to distract yourself as much as you can from the pain. Also, gabapentin and Neurontin are very good for nerve pain and other types of pain. You might want to try them. Hey, being nasty, it was great meeting you also. I hope to see you next Sunday. Also, CBD oil helps some people. Really want to help you having a panic attack? Yes, but you can take some Klonopin. Anyway, has anyone ever tried using CBD oil for pain? Let me know. That'd be really cool. All right. Can you wean from a 0.5 milligram dose? Of course you can. I was on 0.5 milligrams of Klonopin for 9 months, and I was able to wean myself off. It's very possible. 0.5 milligrams is not very much at all. If you do it slowly enough, if you drink a lot of water, if you do acupuncture, if you work under a doctor, it can be done, I promise you. All right, it's 34 minutes after the hour. Anybody let me know how many people are watching. I'm glad the sound is better. And we have 51% left on my computer. Okay, not too bad. How long should you breathe to feel a difference? I would say at least 5 to 10 minutes would be a good idea. All right, Lazy Abrams, I talked to a friend, this Am, who's a young mom, former owner of my awesome dog. Her precious daughter was murdered by her father. He just got life in prison. I'm honored that she called me. I can't even speak to that. That is so horrendous. I don't even know what to say. I just pray for your friend and thank you for giving her support. Thank you, Tony Gimana. Around 50 people. Oh, not too bad. Simstone says, to improve comments, people always say practice, but how can you practice when you don't even know what to say? Well, I would go watch the movie Roxanne with Steve Martin. That will give you some ideas. It's about Cyrano de Bergerac, who was very, very ugly, but had a great ability with words, and he helped this guy woo a girl by writing the right love letters. Of course, then he fell in love with her. That was the problem. Benzos are addictive, yes, but you can use them responsibly, I believe. Sims Sons, I'm a lot better. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you are, Curry Irving. You know, you're from the UK, and you've written me a couple of times about that chart. Wow. She knows the horrors I've been through with my ex and murdered my dad. I'm glad I could talk and pray with her. She's such a dear person. Well, you guys continue to support each other. What a wonderful thing. You've both been through a horrible experience, and yet you can help each other out. That is the key, my friends. We have to heal in community. We cannot heal in isolation. And I cannot heal without drinking some VHS. Oh, what's the movie again? Simpson, I'll tell you the movie. You tell me where you live. The movie about the guy who climbed El Capitan without any rope is called Free Solo. Leanne, nice to see you from Buffalo. How's the weather there? It's 50 degrees and rainy here, and I'm so glad you don't have panic attacks. How did you do it? That's what Sim Sungs wants to know. Susan Jones, I'd love to hear from you on this channel. My family is dysfunctional, alcoholics, abusive, sexually inappropriate. After with them 3 days for Christmas, because my sister died in cancer, I'm really scared. Any tips? Yeah. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're eating well, sleeping well. Have your cell phone with numbers of friends who you can talk to, maybe even your counselor. Have the number of a local crisis line. Make sure you can always leave the house for a while, take a walk. You can always take yourself out of the abusive situation and have people to call. Here's a joke for you. Did you hear about the one librarian who was a great baker? Her sitting rolls were just like grandma made them. Oh, wow. That's not too bad. I'm gonna cut and paste that joke and use it on one of my chats. Here we go. Cut. And then Glenn Elliott, what do I think of the effectiveness of alprazolam for depression or anxiety? I think that's a benzo. It might even be Valium. It would definitely be effective for anxiety, but not depression. Well, the puppy live stream distracts me with the pain of depression. Are there other things you can find to distract you? Can you get out? Can you go volunteer? Can you be around children? Can you work with cats and dogs at the Humane Society? Hallie says, do you still take Ativan? I don't know if you're talking to me. I used to take Klonopin, but no, I don't take it anymore. Stephen Petaluma, hey Connor, it depends on the school you apply to. Some schools will take that into consideration. Thank you, Stephen Petaluma. I have the hiccups. Do I? Well, okay, maybe I'm over them now. 39 here. I realize having a panic attack isn't going to kill me, and I just learned to beat it. Breathing really does help, and benzos have helped. Excellent. All right. Well, I feel like some of her friends and family can't really understand her pain as much as someone who's been through. Similar to this murder, almost got off with a plea bargain. She fought it, and he got life. Well, yeah, again, no comment on something that horrible. Benzos can contribute to depression, says Susan Jones. Yes, but they can also take away the anxiety. So it's it's a tough thing. Everything has its benefits and everything has its costs. So you just have to weigh things out. Right. Do we have this book here? Yes, another joke book. The other day I was sitting outside and I wondered why the ball was getting bigger. And then it hit me. Hallie Green, Ativan was the only thing that helped my anxiety when I panic or stress. It calms me down, but the only reason I got it was because going through withdrawals of Cymbalta. Yeah, well, yeah, you need benzos when you're going through the withdrawals from many drugs. It helps. I've run out of benzos many times and forced to go cold turkey many times. Thank you, Verily Justiana, for £2. Really appreciate it. Again, if you send your email address, I will send you a copy of this beautiful diagram. Self-care activities to improve your mood. Where are you calling from? Are you calling from the UK? It's not an English name, but maybe you're calling from somewhere else where they use pounds as currency. Can depression increase during pregnancy in spite of taking medicine? Well, I don't know. I'm not a woman. You ladies out there have been pregnant? I know your hormones really kick up. I'm assuming it could affect your mood. So I know there's something called postpartum depression, which after the child is born, women can definitely get depressed. It can be horrible. I know many women who have gone through that. But during depression, a lot of women now usually are glowing and very happy to be, during, pregnancy. But, I wouldn't know. I don't have the direct experience. Sim Songs, call me Sim. I say to people, hi, you okay? Like good you, I'm good to the end of convo. That's how bad I am at convos. I guess conversation is what he means. Coming up, Benzo, as Roth says, Deborah Smith, unless you are just substituting some other drug. Carrie, Susan Jones, I'm deeply sorry about your sister. Thoughts with you, her. My dad passed away to cancer 7 years ago next year. Wow. No, one of our good friends was diagnosed with uterine cancer. Cancer is really, really tough. It affects a lot of people. Your mom says I had depression in pregnancy, much better after childbirth. There you have it. Wow, Leanne says I felt the best when I was pregnant. I know that for a lot of women. I said they're glowing, they have this new life inside of them. I would think it would be really a lovely experience, aside from the side effects. You're late. I'm in Edinburgh for a week's holiday. I'm watching you from my phone. Hey, David, I know you don't believe me, but I am sending you that book. I have been slammed, dunked. Just after I finished this deadline I was on December 12th, the very same day I had company from out of town. My wife's niece, going through a lot, had to support her. She just left last night. Now I have 3 video scripts to write, a video to shoot on Monday, a whole long day conference on Tuesday. By Wednesday of this week, the 19th of December, I will finally get a chance to go down to Federal Express and send you your book. Thank you for your patience, David. And thank you for your past contributions. It really means a lot to me. Anyone ever tried Neurostar therapy? Hell yeah. I know you have. A number of people in my support groups have. They've gotten anywhere between 10 and 30% better. Neurostar is ultra expensive. It is, but some insurance will pay for it. Magnetic brain therapy, Glenn Elliott is Neurostar. All right. Well, doctors are not perfect, right? They have emotions like we do. I knew a doctor who was very, very angry, and he lost his practice. You know why? He lost his patients. Not bad, huh? I got this new thing called spot remover. I tried it on my dog. Now he's invisible. And of course, we know the Ireland one. We'll have to say it again. Why is Ireland becoming more and more prosperous? Its capital is always Dublin. That's for you Irish people out in the audience. All right. You have deep depression, Yamina. Well, are you getting it treated? What are you doing for it? That's the $64,000 question. Lazy Iran says, anyone here use Kratom? I've used it for years. Only a teaspoon a day. It's a good analgesic. Gives me a mild series of well-being. Government almost outlawed this beneficial herb. Yes, I've heard about it. I don't know very much about it. TMS, yes. Douglas, yes. Neurostar is expensive, but in America, insurance covers it. Thank you, Leanne, for your Sunday $2 contribution. Always appreciate it. Always appreciate your wonderful comments on my channel. And I'm so glad you're over the worst. And you did it without medication, I believe. Hallie Green says, I did it was a little better, but now they said it was supposed to last a year. Well, you don't know how long things are going to last. The brain is a tricky thing. So, Hallie Green, you're not talking about Kratom, you're talking about TMS, right? Should you donate to the charity walk of the woman you have a crush on? Well, Simpsons, I wouldn't do it for her. I would do it because you believe in the charity. If you really want to support the charity, do it, but not to get her favor. That's called giving for an ulterior motive. Thank you, Tony, for your $1.99 contribution. Every penny helps. Really appreciate hearing from you. Did you send me an application for coaching? By the way, I do have a coaching business. I have some of my YouTubers have actually done long distance coaching for. And if you just go to www.healingfromdepression.com/mental health coaching, you will see a very, very reasonably priced program that I use in my book that would maybe benefit some of you long distance. Haley Green, I don't know how to get the focus off when I'm so overwhelmed with it all. Well, you just need to take a break, try to go outside, take a walk, do some deep breathing. As I said, if you do intense exercise, all you'll be able to focus on is your breath, and then you won't be thinking about your problems. Haley, I know you've been struggling. Where do you live, Haley? Can you find a support group in your area? Those are very, very helpful. Starting January 1st, Lazy Iran says, I won't have health insurance. Good thing. I'm finally off all psych drugs. Couldn't afford them anyway. Lazy Ranch, what about Medi-Cal? What about Medicaid in California? I know a lot of people in Portland, Oregon, where I live, who are on state insurance. It's called the Oregon Health Plan. And they don't have to pay, and they get to see doctors and therapists. So what about something like that in California? All right, well, we're 47 minutes into the hour. I still have no idea how many people are watching. Yeah, Carrie, you have my email address. You can always email if you have any questions about the long distance coaching. Just go douglasblock@gmail.com. Love to converse with you. I know you wrote once before about a diagram I was supposed to send you. And there's my email address right there. Mark Jones, is spirituality and praying help? Thank you guys for the 50. Yes. Are you kidding me? Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Here's somebody who is very spiritual. Look at this guy, Ramana Maharshi. Get a picture of him and look at it every day. Look at those eyes. Look at the Shakti. Look at the spirituality in those eyes. That'll help you feel better. Simpsons are my psychologist. What's my background? Well, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and mathematics, a master's degree in counseling, and I have a PhD in suffering. Now, usually it only takes you 3 years to get a PhD, sometimes 4, but it's taken me 51 years to get mine. So it's been a long haul, but I think I'm finally, I'm going to my graduation service tomorrow. To repeat, a bachelor's degree in psychology, a master's degree in counseling, and a PhD in suffering. I hope that answers your question. By the way, they're all correct. I do have a master's degree. Matter of fact, hey John, did you see, wasn't my master's degree right around here recently? Can you go look behind me and see if my master's degree, diploma is behind me here where I'm? Oh no, the one from the University of Oregon. I think it's in the room right behind me. Well, there's the NYU one. It's in the box. It's in the box. Where's the box? Why don't you give it to me? Here we are. Bachelor's of Arts, New York University, one of the great University of America. Okay, I'm not BSing. I also have another degree. Let me see. Let me put this down on the floor so it doesn't get interfering. All right, what's going on here? Can ECT cause memory loss or damage? Yes, short-term memory loss. That's the big thing that people are afraid of ECT. They're afraid they're going to lose their memory. I did ECT in January of 2016. The only memory effects it had was I don't remember everything that happened during the time I was doing ECT. I do remember an awful lot, though. Congratulations on graduating. Well, yeah. Hey, Slick, that was 45 years ago. More than that, 50 years ago. But thank you for the congratulations anyway. Yeah, no, I got my BA when I was 21. Anyway, SmartG says, MRG, I'm suffering from serious anxious, heavy breathing issue. While talking, I checked in with a paramology specialist. Everything normal. I'm helpless and very lonely. Tremble with fear. Well, you need to go to a psychologist who specializes in anxiety disorders. I have a really good video called How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. You should look at it. There are so many things you can do. Exercise, square breathing, deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, cognitive behavioral therapy, medication. There's at least 10 or 11 different treatments for anxiety. So you should go see someone who understands this and can help you. Your anxiety can be treated. Glenn Analyst says, I'm not depressed during your show. Being engaged in something must be a good tool. It is the tool. The key for depression is engagement. The key for depression is involvement. The key for depression is getting active and taking your mind outside yourself. You're absolutely right, Glenn Elliott. I'm glad you're here. If you feel like you want to contribute, that'd be wonderful. But I'll be here regardless. Emergy, I'm not like before with heavy anxiety. Well, anxiety is horrible, but it can be treated. When it comes up, find someone who knows about it. All right, you missed the deadline to sign up for insurance. Sorry about that, Lazy Eye Ranch. You can't apply until I know how much alimony I'm getting. Well, maybe next year you'll be able to know that. Oh, the law of attraction? Sure, like attracts like, Leanne McGowan. It's been around forever. Whatever you focus on, whatever you pay attention to expands. That's the law of attraction. If you focus on love and goodness, you'll attract that. If you focus on hatred and resentment, you'll attract that. The law of attraction is very, very basic. Susan Jones, Emergy, keep searching for a good doctor. Sometimes it takes several to get a diagnosis. Thank you, Susan Jones. Tony Giametta, Mark Jones, it helped me to pray. I get more spiritual. I was an atheist for 8 years. I believe you. I know you did. I'm just being funny. Okay, so prayer. Let me do it again. This is Silent Unity. If you're not in America, you can dial this number 1-816-969 SILENT. Here we go. Silent Unity. Call them 24 hours a day. You will get prayer assistance. All right. 8 minutes left. 23% left on the computer. Thank you, Roxana Sharif. Every Sunday, you donate some money. It's like on the clockwork. Have I sent you my book? Will you send me your email address? When going through hell, don't stop. A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. So look, Roxana, look, everybody. When you're going through hell, don't pitch your tent there. Don't get stuck there. Keep moving. Keep trying things. The only thing that's constant in the world is change. The only thing that is constant in the world is change. You cannot stay in this hell forever. You will be lifted out of it. But you have to keep trying, take one step in front of the other, do anything you can, reach out, hang in there. It will and can get better. So that's what that book talks about. That's my message. That's what the PhD in suffering taught me. Tony Crane didn't help me, but not judging anyone. If it does help, I had to help myself, put the work in. Well, God helps those who help themselves. So just because you pray, it doesn't mean you sit down and can do nothing. But it can give you an extra boost. David Holden says, hi to Roxana. Are you both from England? Is CBD helpful from anxiety? Emergy? It is for many people. What should I do, Chum Chums, when I don't belong anywhere? Anything? Feeling of not mattering? Oh my God, that's a horrible feeling to have. You do matter. Let's tell Chum Chums that he or she does matter. You do matter. You do matter. You matter to yourself. Start mattering to yourself, and then try reaching out and mattering to others. Volunteer work is a good way to do it. Find a good therapist. You'll matter to him or her. I prayed and prayed and prayed. Yeah, I wish it could be that easy. Well, sometimes it takes a little bit more than prayer, but prayer will help anything you're doing. Tony Giamatti, Leanne, is just one tool in the toolkit. Tried to do it myself in counselor for many years. Maybe one day it will help. I find it helps in memoir, not a miracle cure. I'm assuming you mean CBD oil. All right. I've started talking to my friend. I'm scared. Should I text her? Well, it's up to you. If you text her, what's the worst she can say is, I'm not interested. You'll survive. Marion W., the change hasn't happened to me for years. I feel like I've wasted so much time. You mean the change meaning anything changing in your life for the better? Is that what you mean? Hi, David Holden. Enjoy Scotland. I don't think David Holden. Oh, David Holden. No, he's in England. He's not in Scotland. Are you in Scotland, Roxana Sharif? I lived there for a while. Always wanted to go back. I love the green rolling hills. I love the terrain. I love the country of Scotland. It's very much like Oregon. Well, Ren, I don't know what to say, but you never know what tomorrow can bring. You never know when the phoenix can come up. Have you tried ECT, electroconvulsive therapy? Is it available where you live? Where are my throat lozenges, guys? Well, they're not here, but guess what? We only have 3 minutes left in this live chat. So I'm going to take a drink of water because I'm about to cough. Carry on, Sean. China, I often feel like I don't belong anywhere, but mine is part of the borderline personality disorder. Yeah. So the only way you can know that advice is bad or good sometimes is to take it and try it out, learning through experience. And by the way, Carrie, I'm going to do a video on borderline personality disorder. Please feel free to email me with any ideas of what you have, what it's like. Chum Chum, Sim Son, such a moment on your deathbed, you will regret the things you didn't do more than the things you did do. That is very, very wise advice, Chum Chums, very wise advice. Are you in holiday in Scotland at the moment, Douglas, in Edinburgh? Thanks, Roxana. I will try. Well, Lazy Eye Ranch says, I can relate, Marin. I get so mad for not doing the things I should have done. I'm so depressed I don't do things I need to, and I feel hatred for myself. Lazy Eye Ranch, you must feel compassion for yourself. Here's the word. Look what you've been through. Look at the hell with your schizophrenic son and your unloving husband. Come on. Cut yourself a break. You've been through so much hell. It's amazing you're still sane. Compassion. Hey, greetings from the Czech Republic, Miroslav Fiala. Well, you only have a minute left. Anything you've got to say for yourself? Soul Taker. How rude is anxiety like? I could generally be at peace, have a great time. On Sunday, I get anxious, nervous, physically sick. Yes, I agree. Anxiety is very rude. It's very disruptive. It's an unwanted guest. What can I tell you? Leanne McGowan says, LOL, I always forget the things I do. Well, that's because when your BPT was, out of control, you did some things that weren't so good. But in general, I still think you're more likely to regret the things you didn't do. But that was very funny. Andrea M., nice to see from you. Just go with the flow, some songs. Doug, I like the beautiful yellow flowers behind you. Yes, they are beautiful. I love the color yellow, don't you? And I love lilies. ABC 123. Am I ignoring your comments? I don't think so, but oh, okay. Now I see. Any thoughts on combating philosophical nihilism? Okay, so thank you for that question. I will answer it. Albert Camus, in the book The Myth of Sisyphus, which one of our colleagues has named himself after, asked the question about should you commit suicide or not? And if you answer no, that means you have a philosophy because you feel that there's something in life worth living for. So the way you combat nihilism is to ask yourself, do I want to die? And if you don't, then what is it that keeps me alive? What is it that I want to live for? What is it that's worth holding on to? And when you answer that question, you will not be a nihilist anymore, because a nihilist is somebody who doesn't believe in anything and it's all a piece of crap. Well, I'm here to tell you that love is real, and it's the greatest force in the universe. And as Emmett Fox said, if only you could love enough, you'll be the most powerful person in the world. So I'm not a nihilist. I never will be. I have experienced too much love in my life. I've witnessed it. I've received it. I've given it. That is meaning in itself. So I hope you can find something like that. ABC 123754212, because love is real and love gives meaning. Jeff Delaha, nice to meet you. -1 minute. We were supposed to be done. It's exactly 1 o'clock, so we are done. But More than happy to. You can write me. I will be more than happy to talk to you about philosophical nihilism. There's a very famous book you should read called Cat's Cradle. It's a novel by Kurt Vonnegut. He was a nihilist until he rented his home from one. He went on a trip and he let a nihilist, live in his house. When he came back, his cat was hung dead. He said, that was it for me. I never believed in nihilism after that. So a very interesting thing from the book Cat's Cradle. But no, there is inherent meaning in life. Anybody who's lived, anybody who's loved, anybody who's had children knows that to be true. I am completely clear on that. Why? I would have taken my life 4 or 5 times if I didn't have that belief. And that is one of the things that's kept me alive. You want to talk about despair? You want to talk about destruction? Do you want to talk about hopelessness? I have been there as much as anybody I've ever met. So I'm here to tell you, I'm back from the abyss. I'm back from the brink. I'm back from hell. I'm here to tell you there's meaning, there's hope, and you should tell yourself that every day. Please. All right. Well, I gave a sermon. There you have it. The one-on-one. You love Kurt Vonnegut, Lazy Eye Ranch? We have so much in common. Of course, he's amazing. All right. Have a happy winter solstice, everybody. December 21st, the shortest day in the Northern Hemisphere. It's going to get lighter after that. You know, I do believe it's getting better all the time, says the Beatles. It will be getting better after the 21st. The days are going to get longer. Yay, more light. Yay. And then, of course, next week is Christmas. And I have a couple of Christmas jokes. So next Sunday, we will be here the 23rd. A good friend of mine passed away on that day, so I'm going to give a little memorial service to him. Other than that, look at my last post, a beautiful interview with a guy named Andy called Back from the Brink, how he overcame a suicidal depression and came out of it, and now has a really good life. Remember, there is always hope, there is always possibility, there is always goodness, and I hope that you guys continue to chat 10 minutes after I sign off. You can do so. If anybody wants to make a last-minute donation, fine. And those of you who have generously given your money, just go ahead and email me, douglasblog@gmail.com, and I will send you a copy of the chart or a copy of the book, whichever one I mentioned. So finally, my email address, douglasblog@gmail.com. There you have it. Good night. Good riddance. My battery is low. My computer's about to die, so we will see you next week.